What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Don't be sour. Running it back with Shaw Dog and then the much requested Joe. People been requesting you back. You're only one episode.
No, I think two.
Oh,
maybe. I don't know.
2 episodes of what?
I saw like the top comment on the last one was like, "Damn, Joe got dark."
Yeah.
So I hope the top comment on this one is, "Damn,
and
Russell got
really
white."
short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be Russell got white.
And tall.
Yeah, there we go.
Bro, would it be like the worst nightmare ever if you woke up to not just being shorter, but to being like Russell?
I was like, man, we're live right now.
Damn, dude.
I was like, damn, man, we're live.
It'd be like that Lil Dicky video.
Chris Brown.
Yeah, for sure. I thought you were about to say that. I was like, damn,
Max.
Max.
Damn, man, this is crazy.
Yo, Shawley, in that, the Lil Dicky video with like Chris Brown? Yeah. I think Lil Dicky got flack that, in the video they switch bodies, right? And then he's a black dude, he's a white dude.
And he opens his pants.
Right, yeah. Obviously talking about big wieners. But I know it's the first thing your brain goes to, but I was talking about like, how in the song when he's singing it's Chris Brown, but it's like as if he's Lil Dicky in Chris Brown's body. He's like, I can finally say the N-word. And people are like, yeah, but that means he like wrote that in to be that part. What's your thoughts on that?
That song came out so long ago.
Yeah.
I can only go off of what I felt when that song came out. I just like the song, so I didn't really think about.
I just like the stock.
Yeah, I didn't really think anything like. Sometimes, bro. I mean,
tell me what's on your mind.
Yeah, okay. I like the song. I like the song.
That's all you get.
Or who's a little white rapper?
There's a lot of them.
No, like the little kid in New York. He's like a college kid.
Oh, Lil Mabu.
Yeah, he had the song where like he's with somebody else and he had him say it for him, so he paused and that guy would say, I'm like, this is genius though.
But are there tracks where he's like actually saying it?
No. He's never said it, and then in that track he jokes that I can finally, and he like,
is that
he
like a
pauses, the other guy
loophole?
says it.
Like if he has a black artist on there and it's a loophole, but at the end of his song, like it would rhyme, but then he just comes in and says the end of the line, but like Lil Mabu had to like.
That's what I'm saying. He had to write it.
Yeah, that's a fine line to walk. Like I feel like you shouldn't do that if you're a Lil Mabu, but at the same time, like I guess
that song's honestly badass though.
Whoever he's with, they must protect him. I guess they must be. I mean, from the videos I see, it seems he hangs out with a lot of like.
Oh, bro, he's rolling like 7 deep with bodyguards and everything. Yeah.
So that I honestly look at him as like I don't know him obviously. Don't care to.
Lil Mabu's like a tiny little white.
Bro, he's like going to college. I think
he's
like actually in college.
I think he's like a cash cow for them. Like he
probably
makes that money. So
I mean, he's like Lil Dicky 2.0. He's like his tracks get a shit ton of listens.
Yeah.
And they're not bad.
What's going on? Charlie seems stressed.
I was just putting out a fire before this meeting or before this podcast.
Can you share?
Just
nope.
I mean, something happened that I didn't. We did something, didn't come out the way.
This is work.
Yeah, we did something, it didn't come out the way it was supposed to come out, and now we're having to redo it again.
Sounds like every day for every company ever.
Yeah. But this is a decision that has costed us like a lot of money.
Like how much?
A lot.
Is it a product? Like a product came out wrong?
No, product came out. Did you hear that? Product came out.
Did you burp?
Breathing? Yeah, no, I breathed.
I'll allow you to breathe.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Product is fire. It's just like, yeah.
All right,
everything.
Charlie,
else.
you can't just go. It's, yeah. You gotta like.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't want to say anything, but
you're good.
We're gonna redo it. Cost us money, but we'll be all right.
Well, you're a man of the people, then, dude. Because most people.
Man,
Nike just say fuck it and put it out there.
Man, I'll tell you some shit.
Nah.
There's a lot of time I've been like. I feel like unexpected, like money spending, is a common occurrence in a business.
Very unexpected.
So our manufacturers over in Spain, right, and most of the time, ideally all the time, and I've had to do this before. The candy comes on a boat, right? It takes about 18 to 20 days. But you can air ship it if push comes to shove. You're like, oh crap, I forecasted wrong, or something came up, and I just need a lot more product. We have had to airship about 4 shipments. Bro, this is like, if a boat is $4,000 to get it from that.
We've airshipped before. It kills your business.
Bro, it's like, this was like $25,000.
Yeah.
casual.
In 2023,
Hate it.
In 2023, we lost so much money on air shipping our collections. Just due to timelines, design team timelines and stuff like that. We lost so much money on air shipping. Like, I don't even want to. I couldn't show like our P&L.
Well, I couldn't imagine, especially when you're shipping clothes and shit.
Yeah.
Well, and shipping costs has gone up. I mean,
yeah. Well,
like freight costs went insane.
It was the peak, but that was, actually, I thought about this the other day. So we had to like unload the air shipment at like the driver's like, I'll be there at 6:15. Didn't come till like 8:15. So at the warehouse last night, like unloading myself and Nick, and but I was thinking, I was like, I've had to airship before, and when the peak of the damn demic, and it was actually one of those things that I think that it helped us so much because we were like, everyone else, like the port was backed up from sea shipping, that we were air shipping and, not making much money from it, but we were the only brands that had product in the store available. So it was like a blessing in disguise. Like, yeah, we barely made any money and a lot of times broke even to even have it in the store. But all the other big brands, like they have so many stores they need to be in that they can't do that to that scale, where we just like, we just need to kind of manage Target, Walmart, and H-E-B, which is still pretty big. But if we could just have product in the store, we'll be the only product people can buy.
Yeah.
Ipso facto, I'm a genius.
That was kind of what helped us like skyrocket in 2020, 2021, and 2022. We were the only, like kind of like what you said, like with clothing, obviously we were very hot at the time, but we were eating the cost and just air shipping all of our fucking collections just to stay consistent and have that month-to-month drop cadence. And we were seeing the results because like we were like probably the only company like dropping shit throughout the pandemic and after the pandemic and 2022. Up until 2023, we started to see like the real negative, like, I guess, outcome of like air shipping so much. But the air shipping was like what kept the hype alive. Because we were consistent. Did
clothing sales boom during the pandemic?
Online.
We had our most powerful year in the pandemic.
Everybody that would, it's not many, but there's still a decent amount of people that go to stores to buy shit. So all those people went online.
Yeah, but like why would people be super eager to like have clothes to just stay in their house?
I think people just buy clothes anyway.
They're bored.
Yeah.
And weren't people getting like stimulus checks?
Yeah, I was going to say too, you get a check. I mean, how many people got $1,000 check and were like, a knock of shorts, let's go.
Where we went from...
It's like, here's food to feed your family. Like, nah, shorts.
They're like, have you seen those fucking cow print, baby?
We went from, and this is really like where this was just crazy. I think we went from like 2019, we did like 1.8 million in revenue.
For the whole year? That's crazy.
Whole year. And then
wait, I was kidding. No, wait. In 2019?
2019.
No, you did not.
I swear to God. 2019. Anaka started 2018.
Oh, really?
June 2018.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like, that's a year and a half, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 1.8, 2019. Pandemic year, COVID. I thought Anaka was like, I thought the world was ending. Everyone thought the world was ending. We were at our Alpha distribution. We worked out of that 400 square feet little closet.
Where people are stealing backpacks.
Yeah, we did 10 million that year.
Sheesh.
1.8 to 10 million in 1 year during the pandemic.
That really, a lot of my everyone's data got skewed during the pandemic because I remember. So we launched cotton candy during like on our
that was
year
when
birthday.
you were like starting too.
Yeah. And we cotton candy is absolutely like one of our lower selling flavors. Especially the older one, people said it tasted like banana. The new one, the new one really tastes like cotton candy. But anyway, when we launched that cotton candy, it's not even that popular of a flavor. I think we did like almost 9,000 orders. It was and keep in mind our other ones were like 1,500 orders. Like it just went to the moon, and no other launch since that has touched. And there's more flavors that are more popular, but nothing when it got even close.
It was such a new, for me, cotton candy for me, I've never seen that in like sour strips or like any sour candy. I feel like for me, that's what stood out to me the most. And when I tried it, it was really good
I
too.
think it's just people are bored.
Cotton candy.
People said it tastes like banana, and I can understand that.
It's weird.
Until you say that. When you say it, I taste it.
Like, hold up.
Just like when we were tasting the candy last time. It tasted good until you said that it tasted like
Lemon Pledge?
Yeah.
It does taste like Lemon Pledge.
Yeah.
Man, don't talk shit about my stuff. Hey, so not bashing on you guys for this specific instance, but just to put it in context, punctuality today was a little lackluster, right? I get you're putting out fires, but we were like, all right, let's be there 11:45. Everyone's late.
I got work, dude.
What are your thoughts on punctuality? Like, do you try to be as punctual as possible everywhere you go? And this is a loaded question. Do you try to be punctual, and then do you acknowledge that you're like, man, I keep being late to stuff? And what's your threshold on, like, do you think punctuality is something that everyone sucks at, everyone accepts, or is it a bad trait?
I've accepted that I will be late to everything, even if I plan. I can know I had something to do at 4 o'clock, and I'm still fucking. It doesn't matter what I do. However, the couple times that I will, like, y'all be like, hey, let's meet at Papacito's at 7, and I will be like, I'm gonna get there a little early, and then y'all are 10 minutes late. So it's like, even when I am on time, someone else is late. So I'm like, at this point, I'm just gonna accept that I'm always a little late.
What's the threshold on allowed tardiness?
Depends on what it is. Like for dinner,
Sure.
like meeting someone at dinner, 10 minutes.
Unless
If I'm sitting there alone for more than 10 minutes, like, I'm pissed.
I would never like walk into a restaurant.
Yeah, no. Even in my truck, if I'm waiting for you outside in my truck for more than 10 minutes, I'm pissed.
Like the movies, you're sitting at a table waiting for your date to like pull up.
there.
Like, is she gonna ghost me? No, I couldn't walk in. I'd have to walk in with the girl, or pick her up and walk in with her. What if she's late at her house? Like, what if you're at her house and she's taking a long time to
Oh, I
come
mean,
out?
that happens all the time.
Yeah, that's like
life.
that's like your first impression. I feel like if I pull up to when I was single, if I would pull up to a girl's house and she would take that long to get out, I would already know that, like, if I choose to date this woman, she's gonna be one of those women that like take a long time to get ready.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like, it takes me, like, when you get ready, probably takes you 20 minutes.
35 seconds.
How many times are you like, you're ready, and Taylor's like already been getting ready for an hour, and she's like, I need 30 more minutes. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, what is happening in here?
This is a good thing to talk about, because whenever, like, okay, girls, listen up. So let's say your girl or whatever is like, I like, they need an hour and a half, like whatever the number is. It's obviously much more than the guy. I know a lot goes into it, right? But when they go beyond this already long period of time, and then you're kind of getting frustrated that, like, we're going to be late or something's going to be late.
They freak out. Don't rush me.
They get really defensive, and I'm almost like, is that poor planning on your end? Like, couldn't you just do your makeup faster?
One thing I tell my fiance is that, like, if I know we have dinner in Houston at 7 p.m. and it's like 4:30, I'll like try and force her to get ready.
All right, it's time. You need 2 hours.
I'll set an alarm for like 5. Like, I won't set an alarm, but like at 5:15, I'm like, yo, you should start getting ready. Dinner's at 7. She's like, oh, well, I mean, still have 2 hours. I'm like, yeah, no, you need 2 hours.
I don't want to piss anybody off, but like, the number of times where like it'll take her 2 hours to get ready, and then I see her get ready in 20 minutes, and I'm like, it looks the same. Like, we're going to a fancy dinner, or we're like going to grab something real quick. I'm saying, like, I think you look good either way. I don't know. I don't think there's a correlation to the amount of time spent and the better you look.
I have an idea. Why don't we start helping, like, when the girl's getting ready, just kind of go in with like the blush powder and just be like just kind of like
blush,
yeah,
mascara.
Or honestly, just stand there with a stopwatch and like time each segment. I want analytics of what's taking so long.
I wonder
how does it take 2 hours to get ready?
I wonder when girls are
doing?
doing their makeup, like, do you think that they're dilly-dallying?
Yeah. Oh, dude, Taylor 100%.
Whoa.
Because I know Taylor, and we'll be working out, and Taylor's got her phone like, you get like 3 swipes per workout.
Yeah, because I feel like if you've been doing makeup for so
Yeah, it
long,
does
you
not
should have
take
a
2
very
hours.
like. I have look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have like 7 different looks, right? And then I have the ultimate glam, I'm getting married look, which is, maybe more intensive. But I'm like, I feel like it's kind of like dinner when you make dinner, right? I got like 6 that I rotate or something like that. I'm not going to go outside of it. But I feel like for makeup, you should know, all right, I'm going with look 3 tonight. This is how long it takes.
I forgot the movie. I think it was like Benjamin Button or something, but there's art, like VFX that like 2 hours to turn Brad Pitt into an old man. I just feel like there's no way that like doing some eyeshadow and stuff should take 2 hours. I don't know what you're doing in there for 2 hours. There's no way it takes 2 hours to get ready.
The interesting part to me is like where, like, how there's look 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Like my girl, she'll like do her hair and it'll look the same, like that it's always looked. And she's like, damn, I'm not feeling my hair today. I'm like,
I'm trying something new. I'm like, are you?
I've seen you wear this hairstyle like 17 times. Like, what don't you like about it? Like, that's what I think in my head. But like, obviously, if you're a girl, it's different.
Dude, I got hair. I didn't know girls like if you get color and stuff, like it's potentially $1,000 for a haircut.
Oh, and when girls go get these hair appointments, I mean, they're shutting down their whole day.
Oh yeah, it's 8 hours.
Yeah, it's a long
Crazy.
process.
And then she's like, "Oh, do you like my hair?" She's like, "Oh, do you like my hair?" And I'm like, "It looks kind of like it did before." And that's the worst. I mean, you say that like,
And they're like,
you
"I
might
went
as
into
well
debt for
die.
this."
Yeah, like you.
It's like volume. Do you notice the volume?
just like I don't. Yeah. Like I don't know like what it costs like $100 like 1,000 like what?
No, have you ever been like traveling somewhere in a hotel and like shit hits the fan and you're like, oh my god, like we're not gonna get back to the hotel and we only have like 30 minutes to get ready, and like I feel like girls all the time can be like, oh I can do like a 20 minute
they
look.
can, they just don't
and
want
then I'm
to.
always like, you look
Why can't
great
they sit
in the
home?
20. I don't know, you can't anger.
Yeah, I mean I'm not anything to look at, but I can get ready and if I don't need to take a shower, I just go put my head in the shower real quick. Like
You shower twice a day?
yeah, I try to. If I don't shower in the morning, I like can't wake up and then
I gotta shower in the
Do
morning.
you shower after
I have
you,
to shower at night. If I work out, I obviously have to shower.
Yeah,
do you
2
shower?
showers.
Do you have to? Are you guys one of those people that have to shower after you shit?
What?
Wait, every time?
Because you're not wiping your butt?
What if you shit at work and you drive home?
so we
like,
have to have this conversation. Wait, so
Sean,
Charlie's
you
in
can
the
get a-
gym and he's like, I gotta go home.
You can,
wait.
you can get a
This is
bidet and
serious
save yourself a
question.
lot of time here.
You have a bidet at your house?
No, but if you got one,
Oh.
you wouldn't have to shower every
I've
time
never
I guess.
tried
Wait.
the day.
So wait.
like it.
No, this is a serious conversation. So
Okay.
when you shit at home,
Yeah.
let's just start with home, and then we'll
Okay.
we'll gradually work up. We'll gradually work up to the office.
Yeah.
When you shit at home,
Okay.
Why don't we say going number 2?
Okay, when you poop at home, like let's say let's just paint a scenario. If you're at home and it's 8 o'clock, you've already showered, you're in bed, be like, damn, like my stomach's rumbling, I need to take a shit, and you take a shit.
You're showering after that?
Do you get back in bed? Yeah. That's
Yeah.
sick.
Why would
Wait,
wait,
what?
What are you shitting all over yourself? What are you doing?
No, but like,
What are
is
you
it
doing in
going?
there?
you don't
bro?
like to lay in your bed clean?
I am clean.
Bro, that little.
up.
Okay, I'm about to get a little
I'm not
more
like
graphic.
I'm not
Hey,
like
that little-
naked,
that
spread
little-
my cheeks in
Yeah,
bed.
but like we all know that when you wipe, you don't get everything off.
I do.
I honestly
you don't.
Hold on, I'm not gonna lie to you. A while back, someone sent somebody a case of dude wipes, and they ended up in my house somehow. And like,
They capture everything.
oh yeah, they're like wet wipes.
You know,
they're
this
great.
this
Honestly,
may be too much information, but I
Not a
want
paid promo, but-
I want a loud, proud, say a little secret
Yeah.
about me. I stand up when I wipe. I've been doing it since I was a kid, and I stand
Which
up.
way do you face? Do you put your face in the shit?
I do my business.
You turn
I
around.
stand up. I process what happened. I acknowledge.
Damn, that was.
I mean, you got to see what happened.
Do you flush?
Yeah, I usually flush
Wait.
immediate.
Yeah,
and
because
then
you got to bend over while you're standing, right?
No, when I
You're not
s-
standing straight up to wipe
What do
your
you
ass.
mean
You're
you have
bending
to?
over.
What do you mean? What do you mean you have to see what happened?
Wait, hold up. Let me get to the bottom of this. You bend over when you're standing up, right? So my question is: are you
No,
bending
I'm
over
not-
face first into your shit?
bro, you're not 90 degrees.
No, but you're like a 45.
No, I'm not.
You're standing straight. Are you
You're-
lifting your leg?
You're 15%.
Okay, my question is: are you 15% into your bowl of shit, or did you flush it first?
I'm not Russell with my face is that close to the toilet bowl, bro. I'm
is
pretty
insane.
tall.
That's crazy.
I would just sit.
Yeah, but I stand up, and then
I look at it.
Well, yeah.
I usually flush before I get up.
Yeah, I would do
This is
that.
getting
if
way
I'm
too
gonna-
too
Yeah,
deep. So
I
anyway,
flush.
you
So
go
you
to the
shower all the time.
bathroom, or sorry, and then you.
If I'm at home, obviously, like if I'm
Yeah, but-
I try not to shit in public places. I can't shit in public
Yeah,
places.
no,
like,
neither do I.
I just can't do it.
But
I
at
can't
home, if Charlie's like, oh, he's showering again, he must be pooping a lot.
the only time I don't shower after I use the bathroom is if I'm gonna work out at home. But usually when I use the bathroom, I time my shits to where like I have to shit before a shower, and in the morning I shit before I work out.
Don't you work out at like 5 a.m.?
Yeah, or
That's
not
early
5,
shit, dude.
like 7.
Yeah, you should look into dude wipes. You save a lot of water.
I have dude wipes.
Yeah,
the
but then
black ones.
That gets everything.
But
You're
then,
good.
but then
Yes,
it
does.
But then
You still have that.
isn't there moisture then?
that feeling?
No,
of
it dries
just-
out pretty quick.
what?
Yeah,
Man.
they're really nice, honestly. You'd be surprised how I guarantee you, like, you're not getting everything.
A showered butthole versus a
Just
wiped
get a bidet.
butthole
That would
is-
save you a lot of money.
I don't have a space for a bidet in my bathroom.
You change the toilet to be it. You
You
can
get both.
I like those. I'm not spending $10,000.
No. It's like $100 on Amazon.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It attaches to it.
Yeah.
Bro, I can just take a shower.
Charlie used to drop that on bottle service all the time, bro. Why can't you do it for your
Yeah,
butthole?
life's changed. Life's changed.
That's
Everyone's getting older, dude.
I was actually thinking about that the other day. How like there was a time where Christian was buying
this was a year
tables.
ago. Oh,
I'm talking about like 2017.
Oh, yeah, every fucking
Bro,
weekend.
we were
dude.
going
We lived
out
at Clay.
to Clay Inspire, and Christian was spending, I don't want to say it on air, but he was spending
tens of millions of dollars at the club.
I'm gonna say
Down
car
payments.
notes. Not even down payments.
I mean,
like a Honda Accord.
a used
Right?
one, yeah.
At some weekends, he was
You know what,
spending
dude?
a Honda
I don't want to
Civic.
put him on blast, but he's matured a lot. I got him. If you know what the new Raptor R is, you know what they're going for. I found one at 10 over, which is a hell of a deal on that. And Chris was like, "That's too expensive. I'm good." I was like,
You know, I will say
"It's
though,
the same guy that would pay 30 over for an Aventador like 3 years ago."
I think as you make more money, you start
You're
to
like, I don't need that.
You start to realize how valuable money is.
Or I think the first time you get a tax bill from the IRS, you're like, "I don't need an Aventador anymore.
too.
I'm
That
good."
too.
yeah, but to be honest, it sounds
too.
like kind
That's
of
happened to all of us a couple times.
That too.
yeah, but it sounds like kind of broke boy mentality, bro. Because maybe you just had it like that. Is like, oh, you think 20 grand on a table's a lot of money? That's cute, man.
I'll say I don't want
Do
to
you
put
understand
Christian
my
on,
Alphalete sales?
I don't want to put Christian on blast, but like
We're literally putting him on blast. Right now.
Christian has easily spent $1 million on over his lifetime on like bottle service and tables.
100%.
Or at least Alphalete has, because Alphalete would take all the
100 grand?
No, I'm thinking over $1 million.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
yeah,
think
yeah.
of all the parties with all the affiliates and stuff. Easily over $1 million on alcohol.
Easily.
Yeah.
If you're capturing the UK and
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I've been with Christian where I've just looked at him like, bro, like, do you not run out of money? bro, the Caymans, everything. It's like, damn, bro, like, shit. I hope I make a fourth of what you make one day. Like,
Yeah.
there's been times where I'm just like, God damn.
Yeah,
But
I
that
thi-
was a younger us.
Yeah, but I mean,
Would not think to do that today.
but now, I mean, back in the day, maybe when you were flying, you would never even think about sitting in one of those lay down seats because that's, if a ticket's $1,000 to go to the UK, but it's $6,000 to fly first, lay down seat, you'd be like, oh, dude, no matter how much money I make, I would never do that. But then you start doing it. Lifestyle creep, dude.
I think there's certain things that are worth spending money on.
What do you think's worth spending money on?
If I'm going, like, say, let's use the plane, for example. If I am going to, like, on a routine business trip to, like, let's say Miami or
In the United States.
in the United States, and if I fly United, we all fly United,
Yeah.
and I'm global services,
I know what that means.
I'm platinum. I'm
fly United.
he gets to get on the plane
Who's
for
better?
all of us.
Oh, okay,
him
he's
by
coordinating.
far.
Yeah.
I'm like
Bro,
the top,
he-
top of the chart.
Wait,
Yeah.
how'd you do that? You pay
My
for it or
dad,
you just
my
fly
Yeah, I
out?
was gonna say,
Oh.
I didn't want to call
It's
him
not
out, but
me.
he said,
Yeah, all right.
I wasn't gonna call him out.
I was like, I don't feel like you're flying that much. Like,
I remember.
No, bro, no. To get global, you need to fly. Not only you have to be like recommended in to get even like 1K.
Yeah.
Bro, you essentially need to be flying like almost once a week. Like,
so it's not based on how much you spend; it's based on how much you're like
And
flying.
it's a combination of how much you fly and the distance you fly.
Yeah, I got you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's PDQ. There's like miles and then flights. Like just to get 1K, you have to fly like over like 25 flights.
That sounds terrible for me. I'm good.
But you can lose it too.
Yeah, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Okay, so you're
anyways, so I'm global services, which gives me a lot of perks. But if I'm flying somewhere like within the US, I've got into this mindset of like, if there's a premium economy seat on United, I'll take that over first class. Because in my head, I'm going to the same place, 3-4 hour trip. And if I have optimal leg room in the premium economy space, I'm not paying $2,000 extra just to say I flew first class.
no in the
Or
United.
in the US, I feel like it wouldn't be that much.
I think
Anyways,
that's
but yeah.
stupid. No,
I
bro,
think-
there-
I agree, but
New York, when I went to New York for my run event, bro, economy was $600 round trip. First class was like 3,000.
Yeah, but let me ask you this. Let's say you were making
I mean, I don't know.
$50 million a year profit. Like,
I'm not flying commercial anymore, dude.
Yeah,
But like-
I'd fly a private jet.
Yeah.
but so see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Like it's all relative to like.
Bro,
Unfortunately, I'm not doing
people
that.
I
that
got mad about this in the Cayman. This is a sidebar kind of, but they really need to first class. This kind of goes back to like, at what point can you say you own a Lamborghini, right? Like if you say I'm coming over, I just picked up a new Lamborghini. If you show up in a Urus or an Aventador, fuck yeah. If you show up in a 20-year-old Gallardo with 100,000 miles on it and the wheels falling off, like yes, it is a Lamborghini, but is it? You bought it for 30 grand. Like, First class is not first class. So going to the Caymans, I opted for first class. Going there, nice plane, big screen, everything. On the way back, 50-year-old fucking plane with like
Yeah,
rackety
nah,
shit and
they-
no
they
screen.
need to-
That's what
and
pisses
it's the same
me
price.
off,
It's
bro.
like both of those flights were $800 a piece, but
Yeah.
one was drastically different than the other.
The worst
one.
is when they don't even have fucking power.
Yeah,
under
I'm
the
like,
seats.
they should clarify like new age first class versus old first class.
They need to just
Get rid of those planes.
I mean, yeah, it
The better
sounds
option.
simple, but I'm like, they need to renovate
I was
all of their planes.
because I got excited to go and I'm like, this is nice. And on the way back, I'm like, what? This is not first class. I'm in a fucking school bus right now. Like,
I think it's the Boeing. I don't know why I know this. I think it's the Boeing 737s, but the ones that are old with like the wrinkly seats.
yeah,
and,
that's
like,
what it was on the way
the
back.
credit card swipe.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
the
yeah,
credit
yeah.
card. God,
the
bro.
screen's this big in front of
Yes,
me.
there's
I'm
a
like, how
credit
is
card-
this the same price as the way on here?
And you look in between the seat cracks, and there's a
Unrelated,
whole
but-
bunch of food that's been sitting there for years. Like
it still is like the cigarette ashtray
Yes,
like
yes.
on the side. Can you believe people used to be able to just smoke in the plane?
it's kind of fly.
Bro, hotbox the whole thing. You have babies on the plane just breathing and smoke the
That's
whole
not
way to the
fun.
destination.
You can't vape on a plane, right? But
You're not
why?
supposed to. People
I've
do.
seen people do it.
Yeah,
They
people
just
do it
go
in the
like-
bathroom a lot.
I was literally finding next to someone who vaped through their shirt and like thought that no, he
They
vaped
put
and blew
rubber
it.
bands on all their shit.
Bro, and everything just came out into the air. And I was just like, damn, bro, you're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
It was funny.
I mean, I think they don't want it in the atmosphere of the cabin, but also, I mean, a vape essentially is just like igniting. It's basically a lighter. Like if you open up a vape and hit the button, it's basically just a lighter. Like the way it works is it's like heating something very quickly, and like they probably don't want that on the plane, just in case.
Mm.
If you knew what you were doing, you could probably start a fire with a vape pretty quick.
Yeah, you can milk anything with nipples.
Yeah, that too.
I saw this thing on the internet the other day that they in New York I guess they're calling it art, but it's this portal. You seen this?
Oh, yeah.
So it's this.
Oh, I saw that.
It's like this
Yeah.
giant. They call it a portal, but it's this
was
giant
to
circular screen.
Dublin.
Yeah, to
Yeah,
Dublin. So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
live 24 hours. That like people in New York can stand in front of this big screen and see people in Dublin in real time, and people just being people. Already, they've had to take it away because people in Dublin were showing the Twin Towers.
Yeah, they'd hold the phone up to
Hold
the-
the phone up of like the Twin Tower images of like the Twin
Yeah.
Towers burning. And then an OF girl started shaking her boobs, like just shaking her boobs to the people of Dublin. And I'm
I
like,
saw that.
I mean, they're probably cool with it. Like, they're probably not upset.
I saw them. There's like older people in the other one. They're like,
Just slowly. Yeah, no, you can't. The internet's not. So a while back, you can look this up. In Denmark, the country of Denmark paid this creator to recreate the entire like capital of Denmark in Minecraft, and then they open it up to the public. And I think they forgot to like lock it. And within like 5 minutes of opening to the public, all these United States people went in, tore down the entire city, put American flags everywhere, and like lit it all on fire. Like they like ruined the map immediately.
Yeah.
The internet is a crazy place. You can't let people do what they want on the internet.
yeah, wasn't it that in Fortnite they came out with Lego in like in the first week someone created the Twin Towers
yeah, that's
and
what I'm
then
saying.
they
Like, it'll
like
be-
just blew them up.
There's
like, and I'm like,
dicks,
what?
swastikas, and twin towers are the first things the internet goes to. Always.
Hey, you know, I was watching the. It's I'm ironic. I'm speaking about the Twin Towers here. Like, I was watching like the Tom Brady roast, right?
Yep.
How long after
How does that
a tragic?
correlate?
Because
Oh,
Oh, Aaron Hernandez.
well, yeah, I think of like how long after tragic events, whether it be an individual,
Yeah.
a lot of people, a whole nation. Can you start joking about it? Because here's an example.
Yeah.
Early in the podcast, like early episode, I almost cut out a joke that I said, and I was like to Oz, who was editing at the time. I was like, "Hey, I want to take this out." He's like, "Bro, it's like not a big deal." And I made like just a joke about like the Titanic sinking, right?
No,
And
that's open game.
but I'm like, but when you think about it, you're like, wow. At some point, like tons of people's families and kids and people died, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
But so, is there a threshold? Because I think of the Aaron Hernandez jokes,
That was-
and I'm like, the wife was just a innocent, as far as I know, right? She was just like
Yeah.
a innocent bystander who
Yeah,
got
but it
murdered.
depends on what he did.
I feel like it's
Like,
not.
he murdered people. That's open game.
Yeah, but they're making essentially jokes about like, oh, you're like that the wife's getting the blood. Like, how long
right.
after events?
I feel like it's bad for me. I know. I feel like I'd stay away from tragedy. But go ahead.
I would try to stay away from.
I think it depends on how long it's been. I think.
What's
it
the
depends
threshold
on-
for you?
Well, okay, it depends on the event,
Okay.
how bad it was, and what it meant to a certain amount of people. So I think 9/11 like devastated the entire country for a long time. So I think that one probably like 10 plus years before you should probably make a comment about
I
it.
don't think you should ever make a joke about that.
Maybe not, but someone's going to.
Are people going to make jokes about what's happening? Like, overseas right now in like 5-10 years?
Eventually.
Like,
See, so here's where I'd say like that. It depends on what it is. So, in the like, the submarine,
right?
Okay, that within an hour of that thing blowing up, people were making
memes.
jokes about it because it only affected a couple people, and what they were doing was, if you think about it, kind of fucking dumb. So it's like I feel like it depends on like that bridge collapse that killed all those construction workers in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Like that was one day later, people were making memes about it and shit.
That's
The
crazy.
submarine's a wild one because essentially people establish that it's okay. We can immediately make jokes about this because it's dumb rich people.
Yeah.
So like I guess there must be like a Venn diagram of like if this then that, but if it's in this middle part it's okay because like if they fall into this category.
If it's poor middle class, you can't joke.
Well, I think it's the
If it's
activity
higher-
too, though.
Yeah.
Like I think it's whatever the activity is.
But if
Like you volunteered to go into a submarine that wasn't checked by anything and had a bunch of
With a
warnings. on it.
PlayStation controller.
Yeah,
feel
like I
like-
feel like at that point you kind of open yourself up to you get criticized if you die.
I feel like if Jeff Bezos did something that was like normal and he got in an accident and something happened to him, do you think people would
Yes. If someone, I'm not saying anyone will, but if someone broke into Jeff Bezos' house and shot him in a robbery,
They'd be like-
there would be a joke tomorrow about it. But
Yeah.
if that happened to like a normal person, no one, that's not
be
funny.
sad? Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely I mean, look at bad example like Trump. Trump gets criticized on everything all the time, doesn't matter what he does. He's actually like, I suppose he's like a good golfer, but his swing is disgusting. Like if you watch him swing, it's terrible. And everybody just talks shit like he's so bad at, and it's like he's actually not a bad golfer.
Who are you voting for?
Between those two, Trump. I can't, dude. I
Who are you voting for?
If I voted for Biden, it's not even like I like Trump so much. It's just like I hate him.
I don't.
Hey, they're debating
June 27th, the day
Really?
before my birthday. Let's go. Yeah,
That's gonna be fun.
I'm excited to
I
see
can't
that.
wait to watch that.
They are both going to be so hopped up on Adderall.
You think?
know, dude. Yes,
So
I think both of them are taking some heavy focus helping. Yeah,
I think
Biden for sure.
Yeah,
Because I mean, you watch Biden at a like press conference can barely fucking talk, but when he had the State of the Union, his eyes are wide. He's like stuttering. Like you
kinda
can
wanna
tell when he's hyped up.
kinda wanna
4
talk
more
about
years.
that.
Pause.
Like,
That was so funny.
is he really like? What's wrong with him?
He's just old, I think.
Dementia.
I don't think he has dementia.
100% or early
100%?
onset, not early, but Alzheimer's or something.
When I
Yes,
s-
he does.
when I s-
My grandma's going through the same thing right now. My grandma's getting to the point where she has trouble speaking and forgetting stuff. Like I'm seeing the same
And Joe's
thing.
like, and the difference is my grandma isn't trying to run the country.
Yes.
When I see those clips of him, like, you know, just like not looking like alert,
Yeah.
it's kind of scary. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because I said this before and a lot of people got mad at me about it, but I'm like, so he has a stuttering problem. That's what they've always said. He's always had a stuttering problem.
Joe
So
Biden?
you're not supposed to joke about Yeah.
I guess I can kind of see it.
But like, all right, my hot take that gets me in trouble is like, if you have any issue with you can't run for president. I'm sorry, but like the president of the United States is not an inclusive, everyone can do it thing. I think even if you are a mute, you have a hard time speaking, you're blind, you're deaf, I think all of those exclude you from presidency of the United States. You can do anything else you want. I'm not saying you can't. But I think that position, like the leader of the United States needs to be able to see the people, hear the people, talk to the people.
Do you think they should be?
I actually like RFK, but I think with his voice thing going on, he wouldn't be a great president. I think
What's
it's
his
very
voice
hard
thing?
for him to. I think he had cancer or something. Something's wrong. Like he like has a hard time speaking. It's hard to understand what he's saying. And I think that alone disqualified. Like it would be very hard for him to give a speech to the United States. If we got attacked and he had to go on live TV and give an hour-long speech, I don't think it would be received the same as like Obama was a fantastic speaker. That guy, I didn't even like him, and I was hyped up after one of his speeches.
He had a great voice.
I'm just saying, like, that is part
Phenomenal
of that
voice.
position. It's not about inclusivity and everything else. Like, I think that position, you have to be healthy, fit, talk, see everything. There is no exclusions in my mind.
You think you should be muscular?
Probably not a bad idea. I
I would
don't
love
think
to
you
have
should
like
be.
a fit president,
Yeah, I mean, Obama was probably the last one.
fit and intelligent.
We don't get a lot of those.
Hey, real quick, back to the there's two things that we talked about. I want to kind of roll back to. One about making fun of bad situations. Why is it? I feel like Joe has a good answer for this. Why is it that Christianity is almost like the religion that people can openly dunk on, and everyone like is fine with? I mean, not everyone's fine with it, but like you hear jokes about Christianity more than.
Yeah. I mean, it's the most popular, I think, religion in the United States by far.
But how does something get to the point where everyone's like, okay, we can openly just mock?
There's a lot of scandals and stuff that goes with it. I mean,
But is there
no,
not
I would
ind-
say that the Jews take some fire too. They get roasted a lot. But yes, I think I think Christianity in a lot of people's heads is like that. The top. I think it's the same as like roasting. I think because it's the most popular and they have probably some of the most like strict like ideologies and stuff. It's kind of the same as like
Christianity has the most.
Not strict, but like I don't know what I'm saying here. I just feel like it's similar to like you can make fun of like a rich person when someone happens. I think because it's most popular and it's like the country's founded around it and everything else, that it's like okay to talk shit about it. Where it's probably not as okay to talk shit about like a smaller religion that's more niche.
I feel like everyone just gets made fun of all the time, man.
Yeah, that too.
I think
It's also a lot of scandals because it's the most popular religion. It gets like the most scandals. There's the most like weird shit happening. I mean, same with Catholic. Isn't the Pope and all that Catholic with like the young boys and stuff?
I feel like white people in general just get made fun of all the time too.
Yeah. Well, again, because I mean,
Like,
we were the most populous race. I don't think we.
You
are
see all the
anymore.
time that it's just like all these dumb white people again.
No, definitely are. I mean,
I don't know anymore.
white people definitely
In the world, yeah, but I don't know.
in America.
I bet it's getting close.
Yeah, probably you're right.
That's tough.
But I think again, it's because like if we rolled back the clock and black people enslaved white people a long time ago, they probably wouldn't make fun of us now. We probably wouldn't be such an easy target right now. Yeah. Like we kind of did that to ourselves. Like we kind of fucked some shit up, and now we. I think we deserved it. We're
back on the Christianity thing.
Yeah.
No, because I wanted to say something. I think the people when it comes to religion, I think it's I wouldn't even say the extreme religion people of that religion that cause the religion to get made fun of, but I think it's the people within the religion that act as if they're better than everyone. That
you think Christians make
all religions.
Well, bro, remember? I mean, you remember growing up and like public TV, there'd be like the telecom. There's a whole South Park skit about it where they need like a spaceship. That was always Christians. There was always the Christians that are like, call in now to donate X amount of money. God is with you. Blah blah. Like, I never saw like a Jewish dude. There was never a rabbi on TV that was like, please donate to our. There was always Christianity like ran the whole fucking thing.
They definitely Christianity or the I guess the term Christianity has definitely been taken advantage of.
What isn't it Christianity that went? I mean, like all the like African missions and stuff. Aren't those all Christianity?
Yeah, and those are all like a lot of those are scams.
Yeah, like a lot of like again like
I'm not saying all of them are. I think
Yeah.
a lot of them are.
But I don't think like the Jewish people or like Muslim people were like, let's go to Africa and colonize and put our churches everywhere. Like that was Christians that were like, let's go make everyone Christian.
I've also heard recently, now that you said that, those missions actually like do more harm than good.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I've always wondered? People, like, when you decide to follow a specific religion, we'll take Christianity, like whether you want to be.
I'm a Christian by just
Okay, so whether you're
I think
Christian,
I'm Catholic, dude.
Okay,
I don't actually
Catholic.
know what I am.
Presbyterian, I don't know. There's a lot of them.
Taylor's Christian, right?
Yes. How do you decide what is like an acceptable thing? Like, okay, I know the Bible like says to do this, but like I'm not gonna follow that specific. Like it's 2024, right? Like, but like you do follow X, Y, and Z. But let's just say, I don't know, sex before marriage or something. That you're just like, well, I'm sure he's fine with that. Or like, isn't tattoos like, I believe, but like, so are people just like they're selective with what they specifically find? Because I'm sure there's some hardcore Christians that probably are like, oh, I will not do sex before marriage. But do they like if everyone's going to the same area?
I don't think that the tattoo thing. I think that's something that was kind of like that's debated till this day. That was kind of taken out of context. But the sex before marriage, the one thing I always tell myself all that matters is a relationship. For me personally, is a relationship that I have with God, and personally, I always tell myself and I always remind myself that I'm a sinner and I will always and continue to fall short of the glory of God.
Yeah, but can you be select? Like,
but
I think it's about
I'm
making,
never going. Yeah, it's about
making peace with yourself. Like whatever you feel comfortable at the end of the day, like you're
but
good.
is that reality? Like if you were to have Joel Osteen sitting here, and he just got out of his Ferrari, like
he interprets it the way he wants to interpret it. No, I think.
But is that how you can do it? Like you get to it's choose your own adventure.
I don't think there's no one on this planet that's perfect.
Yeah,
you'll never find someone that.
Have you met Dude?
Even if you read the Bible and you wanted to stick to the Bible like 100%, there's no one on this planet that will be able to do that.
Well, and also there's stuff in the Bible that like that's a slippery slope too, because there's shit in the Bible that like technically speaking, I believe in the Bible,
go to jail for.
No sin is worse than another sin. So according to the Bible, like if you raped a child or pissed on your neighbor's house, those are both equal. I don't know if we should go by that philosophy. There's a lot of shit in the Bible that maybe you shouldn't go by. So
Is
I
the
think it's more
idea-
about like yourself.
I don't really. We don't need to get super deep
Yeah.
on religion, but I
Yeah,
it's but I think
Touchy subject.
that's the thing about like religion is like it's almost like it's so because you don't want to say the wrong thing that like I almost can never even like ask questions or talk about it because you're too afraid to like look ignorant or stupid or be, like. So I remember way back in the day I was in college and we got maybe in cities and stuff you would frequently get stopped by people maybe pushing religions or and it was about Christianity. And like one of my friends said something about saying like how like sins are forgiven as long as you I guess repent would be the word, maybe or ask for forgiveness for your sins. That's how you'll be forgiven and go to heaven. And someone was like, well, so if like just right before if I'm not a believer and then right before I pass, can I ask for forgiveness and then I'll go to heaven? And it's like yes. So it's like so you can just do whatever you want as long as you just say sorry after. Like
I mean, it's a slippery slope, dude.
I think you have to actually, for you, I mean, I don't know if you even care, but like if you would have to actually like, I guess, lean in or maybe ask Taylor, lean into like Christianity and what it stands for to be like a follower of Jesus Christ. Like the Bible preaches that none of us are perfect. The only one perfect person that ever walked this earth was Jesus Christ, the Son of God. So like I've accepted it and I know that I'll never be a perfect human being, whether it's the tattoos or sinning or lying or cheating or stealing, whatever. Like I have accepted that I'll never be the most perfect person on the planet, but I understand that like, at the end of the day, I serve a God that's forgiving and graceful and loves me no matter what. And
I have a lot of opinions on them. I'm just gonna let them.
Yeah.
Do you how do you are you gonna like obviously I'm not the most religious person in the world and it's something that I like
yeah,
continue.
we can't be friends anymore.
Well, it's more something like I have a lot of different thoughts on it. And I like what I've heard a lot of things recently from people that like I'm more like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then this doesn't make sense. And I like to hear all different sides of stuff. And I'm always open to like just understanding more. And I think how you worded of like, it's about your relationship, not about
100%.
comparing like someone else who's maybe a super Christian or something. But
when a lot of people believe, so now that I live in Houston, I have dealt with the homeless on a daily basis. Christmas Eve this year, I'm on my way home. It's cold. Homeless guys on the side of the street right next to my apartment. I'm like, I'm going to give him a 20. Make myself feel good. Hopefully it helps him out. Give this guy a 20. He's like, can we say a prayer together?
Wait, did you film it on your Instagram story?
No, I don't
Damn,
do
it
that.
didn't count.
So I give him a 20. He says, thank you so much. It's going to help so much. Can we do a prayer together?
Are you at a stoplight?
Yeah. And I'm like, sure. And he's like, do you know this prayer? And I'm like, no, honestly, I don't. He's like, oh, okay. He's like, you're not religious? I was like, not really. Swear on my life. You're going to burn in hell, right? And just walks off. I'm like, I just gave him I just gave this guy probably more money than he's gotten all fucking year. And because I'm not religious, he fuck you, took my money and left. And I'm like, I don't know how to react. I'm literally at the stoplight like, damn, dude. Like, he told me I'm going to burn in hell. Like, that was wild. You can definitely take it a little far. Like, there's definitely I'm saying there are a lot of people out there that like, I guess the problem is if you believe it 100%, then you're dying on that. It's a bad term. This is down on that cross. You're dying on that hill. But then like you can't, so if I believe everything in the Bible to a T, well then like I want you to because you're my friend. I don't want you to burn in hell. So like I need you to believe in everything. So it's like I'm kind of forced to. I think that's where that issue is like you have a friend that's Jewish. Well, if you genuinely believe everything in the Bible, like you need them to convert. If they don't convert, they're gonna die. You don't want your friend to die. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's a hard thing to like if you're really religious, you almost have to force your religion on everyone. Because you don't want everyone around you not to go with you to heaven, right?
Yeah, that is very true though.
So it's like
heaven sounds cool.
Very true. That's very true. Right. But I think if this comes down to like if me, you, and if us three are talking about it, and I'm the only believer in the room, like I can do as much as I can to show or help or whatever to like lead you guys down that path. But ultimately, if you guys choose not to do that, I guess I have my own peace. You guys have your own peace.
Yeah, but you're also like you said, you're making your own peace with it. There's people out there that do live by like if you don't follow this, you're not.
Yeah, there's people that literally like.
I guess those are the extremists, right? Like that's the.
But the cool thing about, what I've learned, the way I've, I guess my church and the pastor that I go to and the people that I've looked up to like teach me about Christianity. You as a Christian, you want to be in settings where the people around you aren't believers, because you want your and by saying that I mean, you want to make sure that you're right with God first, because you don't want to be around people that are non-Christians and you're exemplifying something that shouldn't be exemplified to some people that aren't Christians, and they're looking at you and saying, damn, like There's really not much I'm missing. This is a horrible person. But for me, I've always been taught to be around people that are non-Christians, so you can exemplify and like essentially like rub off in them in a good way.
I feel like at the end of the day, whether it be Christianity or any religion, I think it gives a good construct of like what a good person kind of does and what they are. Because I mean, no one, even if they're super anti-religious, like you couldn't be like, okay, do unto others as you would want done unto you. Like, okay, you know, like, hey, don't lie, cheat, steal. Like, and they're like, okay, these are like good things that I think most people should follow.
That's all. So it's almost like follow that.
Yeah, and I think it's important. And that's almost like,
you know why?
Why?
I don't want. It's good. We're good. We talked about this in the previous podcast. I get in trouble.
Okay, I don't know why, but I'll find out.
I think I talked about another podcast.
What is it?
Maybe it's a big coincidence, but all religions were started around the same time when there was not any policing force, there wasn't any laws and lawyers and stuff.
Oh,
how do you get the general population to do what you want them to do and not kill each other and hack each other up? You tell them that the one thing that everyone in the world unanimously is afraid of, death, here's an answer to it. Everyone's scared of death. Everyone wants to know what happens when you die. So if you follow my writings in this book and don't kill your neighbor and don't steal and don't do this, when you die, you're going to have a great time. Man, that's a good enough reason for me to follow those rules.
That's a conspiracy theory if I've ever heard
It's not a conspiracy. I mean, it's not a coincidence that every religion is,
sure.
No matter what is written in there in the religions, all of them have to do with what happens after you die. You know, every single one of them.
You know what's really kind of interesting, right? It's kind of like, why do you lock your house at night or your car at night? What will be the answer?
So someone doesn't come steal.
So isn't it wild that it's like you have to lock it because you're just that means you always think that someone is going to break into your house.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of interesting. So if you went to an event that you know everyone, would you not lock the car? You would still lock your car.
Yeah, I'd still lock it. I don't trust people.
It depends if I was parked in like their compound.
Well, dude, I saw this the other night. I actually got upset about this. So I went to the Thai place that we go to. And I parked my truck. There's a sign in front of my truck that said, "Prevent theft, take valuables with you to stop theft."
Right.
Like, how about no? Why do I have to take my valuables out of my car to stop someone from stealing them out of my car? How about y'all put a guy with a gun here and shoot somebody when they try to break into my truck? Why don't we take it out on the thief, not the fucking owner of the property? Like, that sign pissed me off. It was like, you need to prevent theft by taking all your valuables with you. Like, how about y'all prevent theft by not letting them break into my fucking car?
Yeah, but even
as a society, I don't know why we're to the point now where it's like thieves are going to be thieves. So you need to, kind of like you saying, like, you need to lock the door, which I get that one. It's a little bit different. But like, I feel like we're at society at this point. It's like, it's going to happen no matter what. So you need to prevent it. Like, no, y'all need to be a little bit stricter on this shit and then it won't happen.
It's wild that we're just like at a point that you're like, oh yeah, of course I lock my house at night to keep my family safe, because you're just like, I know that like I live in a good neighborhood and there's good people around, but like there could be like bad people out there that
Demons,
are gonna
evil.
Yeah, get in. It's crazy that we have to do these like things that you would think, because if there was a worldwide agreement like, hey guys, here we go. You don't steal my shit, I won't steal your shit. You don't hurt me, I won't hurt
that
you.
doesn't work.
And like there
would never be another war
The whole
ever.
world would just would like be like, oh wow, this is great.
It sounds great. It doesn't work.
Like, have you ever left the garage door open? Like, you go in the morning, you're like, oh my God, I left the garage door open all night.
Yeah.
And then you go, wait, but no one broke in. Man, I got lucky. I bet if I did this all the time, someone would definitely come in my house.
I don't know. We had a friend growing up that his mom, they never locked the house. Ever. But we also lived out in like the country. So like, but I mean, it didn't matter. 3 a.m. you could go walk into that house. Never lock the door.
Yeah.
It was just a different time though, I guess.
Definitely protect myself at all times. Like, I mean, there's crazy people in this world, bro. And then the economy, like, people are hungry right now.
Yeah.
Wild times.
Yeah, people.
I guess the same argument would be like, do you own a gun?
Yeah.
Why?
In case I need to. Get.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the same reason you lock your door.
Especially in Houston, like everywhere. Houston especially.
Houston's wild, dude.
If someone came into your house and you didn't know who they were and it was like 4 a.m, would you try to have a conversation with them at all about like, what? Get out of here. What are you doing? Or would it just be like,
I think I would, but I'm doing it at gunpoint. Like I'm holding them at gunpoint, and then it's I'll give you an option to get the fuck out of here.
Would you?
I think so. I don't think I'm like
it's shooting. It's kind of like in a movie when they have someone like all tied up.
Yeah, I'm definitely shooting. But I'm saying like if I went downstairs and someone didn't know I was home and I have a gun to their back and they're in my office or something, like I think I'm like I'll give you a second to get the fuck out of here. I don't think I'm just
Would
shooting you
you
in the
though?
back.
Yeah, but then wouldn't you be
don't
living in
know.
fear? I don't
Yeah,
know what's
I don't know.
worse, living in fear that someone came in, you don't know who that was, or how? I mean, I imagine.
but like also-
I imagine it'd be terrible. But like, if you defended your home, how? I've never. Have you ever met someone who's had to shoot someone
Yes.
inside their home?
Not inside their home, but I've met people that have.
Like, imagine. Like,
I have an uncle that has multiple kills in Afghanistan and the Marines and stuff.
right.
I mean, that has, yeah.
I mean, this is how like
takes
PTSD
a toll
happens.
on
But
you,
like, imagine if you did defend your home in there. Like, could you live in your house anymore? Would you be like, oh, I defend it, we're safe?
I think as a man, you're all right. I think if your like wife or your child saw it happen, then I think that's where the issue would be. Like your wife's not ever going to feel safe in that house again. And like if your kid sees a dead body, like that's going to mess them up.
I've always said that, like, you know, if someone's in my house threatening my life or my family's life, I'm doing whatever it takes to protect my family and myself. So like, if someone's in my house like going through shit, and I don't know if they have a gun or not, but if they have broke the law, broke into my house, entered my house without asking me permission, and they're covered in what it looks like to be like a armed robber, like I have to protect, because I don't know if I hold them at gunpoint and they get up from whatever they're doing to look at me, they might be thinking, okay, when I turn around, I'm gonna shoot him. You can't. I don't even give people that.
Fair
thought.
enough.
What if I did like a prank video where I like snuck into your house and
See,
had like a mask on?
that's my fear when I say I would ask.
I'm gonna kidnap Charlotte. It's gonna be so funny for this vlog.
You should not. You should not. Like, no one should do that in 2024. We're not in that age anymore. I don't think people do that. I hope people don't do that.
I mean, so we would do it in high school, but we would like let their parents know.
Oh
Like their
my
parents would be the
God.
ones that let us in. So like obviously, yeah, I don't think I'd break into a grown man's
Can
house.
you
and try to kidnap
imagine
him.
dressing up in like a black onesie or something?
It's
like
happened though. Like I'm sure bachelor party, someone at some point has been like, let's go kidnap him and stage a. That's definitely happened.
That's so sad. That could end so bad.
Yeah.
Hey, so
Yeah, that's
I'm in the process of building this, or not building. I'm starting to build this new house, right? And so we're like pretty early in the architectural phases, and it's been really interesting to try to, because I'm imagining, okay, this is the house I'm gonna be like raising my kids in that we don't have yet, right? But it's been really weird to be thinking and be like, oh, because we have like a second staircase, and I'm like, oh, that'll be good because then the kids can go up and down that staircase, and because they'll want to go in the game room, and then it won't. It's like I'm having to think about. I'm trying to think of everything ahead of time. What do you think are key things to think about if you could have the most optimal home security, like protection, privacy? Like, what are things that you should think about that most people don't think about? Like turrets outside,
Cameras.
gators with moats.
Yeah, honestly, I think cameras in a safe room. I think a safe room is a big plus for everyone.
Yeah, but the safe room, which
Charlie was like, I have a room that could be
Charlie had
safe.
the panic room. So when you're in there,
Yeah.
but then people know that it's there.
Yeah, but they can't get into it.
Can they? I can get into
it's a
anything with an
steel-
angle grinder, bro.
Yeah, but the idea is that you're just going in there to call the cop. The idea is that someone's in the house and Taylor goes in there and calls the cops, and the cops will be there in 5 to 10 minutes. So no one's getting through a steel fucking door with 3 locks on it in 5 minutes. The idea is you're just in there until the cops can get there. You're not. Someone breaks in, you grab your gun. Instead of telling Taylor stay here, go get in the safe room, just in case something happens.
I
to you,
wouldn't
want to
go.
upstairs.
I wouldn't want to go in the safe room too.
Okay, maybe you go in there. Maybe honestly, all right. Look, Taylor grabs the gun and
Here's
says,
the-
Max,
You're like,
you
here's
get in
the
the safe
question.
room.
Taylor, go grab the gun.
Yeah, I'm going in the safe room.
Here's the
Me and
question.
Dude will be in the safe room.
Someone
if you need
breaks
us.
in, you hear something break in, and you go, baby, sweetie, baby girl, sweetness. What do you call your fiance?
I would say, babe.
Sweetie
Yeah.
pie,
No. Babe.
honey bun. Would you say, if the panic room was the mode you were thinking, do you go, you guys go in there and then I'm gonna go do man things, or do you go, hurry up, get in there, I need to get room, and then
Says
you
a
would
lot
go in
about
there.
you, though. I feel like you're going in the panic room for sure.
You act
you're
tough.
grabbing your fucking mace and going in the bear room, 100%.
I already have my like whole situation planned out. If someone broke in from all aspects of my house, I know how I think I know how I would handle
Walk us through it,
Nah.
I would say
in case
so.
the
Look,
criminal's listening.
I would say, like, if you have a panic room in your house, you got a live feed of cameras in there, you have a phone in there, you have water and food. If I'm worth a couple $1 million, like, I guess the man in me wants to go take care of this, but at the same time, like, I guess I probably would go in the panic room and call the cops. Why take the chance? Like,
Pussy.
I'm just saying, like, what if I go out of my bedroom and there's 2 people in the house and I don't know that and I get shot and die? Like, I could just go in the panic room with my wife, call the cops, and I'm fine.
Why don't you?
I guess,
put,
like, realistically, it's probably smarter to just go get in the panic room.
Why don't you put like a dick size hole and then you can stick your gun out of the
I thought you were
hole.
about to say something else.
Put your dick
I mean,
in
you
there.
could do that too.
Yeah.
But like, what if you put your gun?
The guy that broke in your house could be gay. We don't know. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Do subject, please.
no, it's fine.
you know, like in the Brinks trucks, they have like
Yeah.
little things that can stick the guns
It's
out,
actually for your dick.
or their wieners.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know if you can put your weed in there. Couldn't you just do that? I'm trying. What I'm trying
Yeah,
to get
but
at is,
again, the whole point here is okay. You're thinking like end of the world zombie apocalypse. Safe
bro, when
room.
I walk,
I'm thinking
when I
like,
walk, dude, and I
Yeah.
forget my mace, I go, man, I hope shit doesn't go
but I'm
down
saying
on this wall.
You're
You
thinking
walk
this
around
safe
with
room.
mace.
Oh, you don't know about this?
Yeah, he's
Whoa.
he's lame.
We'll come back to this, shall we?
Okay, Max is thinking that this safe room is like you're going to be in there for a week waiting on help.
Months,
the safe
maybe.
room is like 5 minutes. You're just waiting on the cops to get there.
I'm running out of air.
Yeah, like you're just waiting on cops. This is not meant to be 3 days in the safe room while people are in your house robbing you. You're
Have you
supposed to
seen
call
Panic Room,
cops.
the movie?
I know, but that was planned. In your situation, this is just someone's in the house. Go call the cops. Get in the panic room.
You walk around with mace.
Charlie, let me ask you
Yeah,
this.
Like on your hip?
Yeah,
Let me
no,
ask
he
you
puts
this.
it in his handbag.
Let me ask you this. I hit him with
That's
my
crazy.
purse first.
Yeah.
Let's say you're trying to rob me, and you're a strong, strapping, muscular man, and you see a weak, small, little frail boy like myself, and you see me walk around with a phone, and you just lost your phone. And you're like, I want that fucking guy's phone, right? You come up to me, and you just know you can just beat the shit out of me. If I just went tss and sprayed you with mace, you'd go, ah!
Why would you just carry your gun?
I'm not gonna. It ain't that serious.
I mean, your life is serious.
Yeah, but mace deters without me having to go, am I going to go to jail because I wasn't allowed to kill that guy that I thought I could?
That is the tricky
do you
part
have a dog?
about self-defense.
You said,
I have 2 dogs.
do you ever walk them, or you
Yeah.
just let them in the backyard?
I have both.
Do you carry your gun when you walk them?
Do they shower after they shit?
Sometimes I do.
I feel like it depends on how nice your neighborhood is too, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Like
you're
not
right.
talking shit about your neighborhood, but I feel like in your neighborhood you probably need some protection. Where like in Charlie's neighborhood, like nothing's happening out there. He's suburbia.
I'm in the suburbs.
Could happen anywhere.
I'm in a
Yeah,
school
but it's not like a
district.
gated. You're in a gated community.
Yeah.
See, like I walk Senna at night in Houston, and sometimes I forget my gun, and I'm never like. But I have Senna. Like Senna's basically a weapon.
I have dude.
No, I'm saying like Senna deters. Like people that are thinking I'm gonna rob that guy see Senna, and they're like, maybe not.
Yeah,
Dude, like I rob you if you had to do it.
Pretty
I feel like criminals in general are they just ruin stuff for everyone. I mean, it goes back to the influencer shaking her boobs. Congratulations, your boobs shut
Yeah.
down art.
I mean, bro, that's just human nature. We're dealing with that hypothetically, the situation. Same thing, though, where we are giving salespeople the option to make, is it a rush? Do you need it faster than normal? Now they can tell us if it's a rush.
Who?
Just in general, like people placing an online order, if we give them the ability to say, do you need it faster than normal? Do we need to rush through the facility? Imagine if you gave your customers the option on the Sour Strips order form to say, is it a rush? Do you need it urgently? Everyone's clicking the fucking button whether they need it or not. I'm saying like people will
Unless
just
it
take
costs
advantage
money.
of everything. It's the same thing with thieves and everything. Yeah, but in this case, I'm saying like out of the goodwill of your heart, like, do we need this faster than normal? Everyone's gonna fucking yes, I need that.
You know what?
I just can't let people.
I'm thinking about not. Senna's just freaking out with this water bottle. You want this water bottle? There you go. Yep. All right. Read some books. Do you ever think about
That's gonna be so loud.
what?
Yeah, why'd you get that?
Yeah, that's a
I don't
bad
know.
idea.
Senna, come here. What do influencers do all day that don't own brands? Because I've been an influencer for like 10 years, making videos consistently. Like I know the work that goes in, but then I've always had, like I was either working my day job, which took up 8 hours of my day, or then as soon as I quit my day job, I started having to renovate the gym, District Barbell, and that was taking up all of my time. And then I also was like bouncing, starting Ever Forward like a little bit before that time. So I was running this business, trying to scale that, build the gym. Then I moved to Texas. Okay, we're really expanding the business, and that's where all my time went. Then I started Sour Strips, and I'm still doing all the videos. But I think a lot of times if people who are just like strictly influencers, like
It depends
all
on
I
the
do
kind
is
of influencer you are.
I film videos, I make TikToks, I shout out this toothbrush that I got a brand deal for, but I'm like, I do all that stuff and I run a business and I know how much time. I'm like, but like, what do people do all day?
I think it depends on the kind of influencer you have, or the kind of influencer you are. Sorry, I think if you're an influencer who makes a lot of money with your sponsors and stuff like that, you probably don't need to do as much. But if you're an influencer who doesn't make as much money and you have to work extra hard, you're probably fucking pumping out content like every other day.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I would hope that you're making more content. I would hope if you don't own a business and you're strictly a content creator, and like you do see that,
Hopefully
like
you're
people that
making
are uploading, got 1 reel a day, a YouTube video every other day, you got 3 story. Like I feel like those are the people
I
that
filmed that 45-second TikTok today, and then I had to.
I mean, I agree, but I will say, like, there's some creators out there that are like fucking 5 reels a day. I mean, there's people out there that are just pumping out content,
and they're good at it.
But yes, to go with you, yeah, I think this goes back to like OnlyFans girls too. I think there's a lot of OnlyFans girls that will take some titty pics like on a Monday and then do nothing but shop online all day and stuff till next Monday.
I guess some people like don't have, like, not everyone has the desire to for more and more and more, or has the scarcity mindset of like, I wonder if this is going to keep coming in like this, or this money. I feel like my whole journey, I've always just been like, I need to do more things. It's not like I've wanted more money. Money just was like a byproduct of me doing more shit.
How many, I'm not trying to talk shit about anyone specifically, but how many people do we know that had like 1 viral video on YouTube and then moved to Houston to be an influencer in Alpha Elite and Alpha Land and everything else, and then like now their views are down and they're moving back somewhere else? That happens all the time. Like I've seen, there's been probably 100 people that have come down here because they had a couple of views on Instagram and thought they were an influencer and then went back.
We're very blessed, man. I think about this. We're like, I just feel like, you know, sometimes I think back on 6 years, and Naka's about to turn 6 years next month, and I think about how like we were all fortunate enough to like start businesses and like have a lot of success with it. Like that's not common.
Well, and also timing was like perfect.
Very perfect.
And you couldn't plan that timing.
Yeah. Like there wasn't 9 million fitness clothing companies coming up at the same exact time. There was like a handful, and it was like, oh, this is cool.
Now it's complete. Now there's like
every single person that works at Alphaland has a fucking clothing brand and a YouTube channel and everything else. It's like you're competing with everyone.
Back then, it was like, and honestly, we were led by Christian. I think I was led by Christian.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I was led by Christian, seeing what he could do, and then obviously seeing Heidi do what she did. Like, I think it was just like us literally surrounding ourselves with people that like did something that we caught onto and thought was attractive, and we wanted to be that. And like no one else has that.
We were basically like, it's like all of us were swimming in the water, and we're like, oh man, dude, that's too like deep out there. I can't go up. Oh shit, Christian's out there. All right, I think I can go a little bit further.
Yeah.
Oh shit, but I definitely can't go further. Oh, Christian went further than that. He's still a lot. All right, shit. All right, I'll swim a little further.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for me, I don't have any muscle mass, so I had to do cars. So I chose the hard path. I was like, fuck y'all, I'm gonna go do my own thing. And then I quit.
Joe got off of TRT.
Yeah.
Why?
So
I got scared.
Okay.
I really want
He
a
was getting
kid,
too
and
muscular.
I've seen like 7 people around me right now that are trying to have kids that can't because of TRT.
Who? Oh wow, that's crazy.
But I think that has kind of, now I'm like, I'll get on after I have a baby.
It
would be devastating if I couldn't have a kid because of that.
It does affect.
Yeah, no.
It does affect.
That's what my logic was like. I'd rather just be a little bit more tired. And
I can say that because I'm like personally going through the effect of that. But it's not like something that like destroys it like permanently. I think there's people that have
I think it was like 90, 95. As long as you weren't abusing it. I think it was like 95% of men that are infertile due to TRT will regain fertility. It's a very small chance that you don't. I just don't even want to take the chance. But I'll say that's my only down. Like the minute that I have a kid, I'm going back on it.
But
I loved it.
And maybe some more shit.
But I will say that even I see these big ass bodybuilders that are having kids, like these massive bodybuilders that like you can tell they like abused it and they're still having kids. I've also realized in this process of fertility, whatever, that there's expensive methods that pretty much guarantee a kid if you want to pay the money.
Yeah.
Hey, you know how like if you were out somewhere random and you saw a crackhead, right? Mm-hmm. And you could. They don't have crack on them. They're not operating a vehicle or anything like that, but you're just like, you're definitely on some crack. A police officer may look at this crackhead and go, that person's on crack, punishment, right? Like, hey, you can't be on crack because crack's illegal. Mm-hmm. Crack kills. How come if a couple of police officers or judges or something are sitting in a local Chipotle, right? And then after they finish their delicious meal, go home, go to the bathroom, take a shower. If big bodybuilders walk in not crackheads. Big bodybuilders walk in. Like, don't you think they could go, you're on steroids, like, which are illegal? And it's also interesting how nowadays, like, yeah, there's the loopholes of I take TRT, you know, but whatever, but they're 300 pounds of muscle. Like, no, I'm just on TRT, and they're not. But like, how are people? And then there's some like these young kids. What are there's like the trend twins and stuff. How do you openly say that you're on all this gear when it's an illegal thing? Like, how do you have the confidence to be like, yeah, I take all of this illegal stuff and I'm open about it? Like, couldn't the cops just come and get you? How is this happening?
I think about that a lot because like the kids that I've seen literally publicize like them actually injecting illegal steroids into their bodies. For me, it's like, damn, you're like literally giving up yourself to the police. Like,
yeah, but
isn't
they
that
don't do anything.
proof?
But cops don't care. All right, so first off, to your point,
they only care if you're selling it.
Cops aren't allowed to. They do, but cops are not allowed to like visually stereotype you, and they can't say you look like a crackhead. So show me what's in your bag because I think you're a crackhead. That they have to have probable cause.
So if you walk in with 280 pounds of fucking rock hard muscle, they're just like, man, you must work out hard.
Well, no. They might think it. I'm saying they can't. That's not probable cause. They can't say you look like you're on steroids. Show me what's in your bag.
What if their needle falls out of their bag?
Now that's probable cause. Now they can get you on that. But it's also like steroids aren't, for the most part, like ruining families and like destroying children's lives. Like crack is an addictive substance that has ruined people's lives.
Crack is whack.
Yeah, like I think they care about that more than like steroids. They don't give a shit about it. You want to take steroids, take steroids. You know, it's one of those
people that I've known that have gotten in trouble with, or I've known of that have gotten in trouble with steroids is because they're like distributing it, like
or traveling, like go to an airport or something.
Bro, like laws in general, it kind of goes back, not the same, but like, you know how I talked about, you know, following Christianity, but you like choose which things you're gonna follow in the Bible very specifically, but the other ones are like, well, I'm not gonna do that, or like, you know, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like I talked to God, he's cool, but that, right?
We talk about
it's almost like laws because you could be like, a cop could be going 65 on the highway on a 65 zone, and you could be going 70, and you pass him, but he's just like, nah, but he's only breaking the law a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they just decide that day.
Yeah. I mean, bro, I roll stop signs left and right. I tint in my windshield. That's illegal technically. I mean, there's a lot of things.
You're a badass, man.
No, I'm saying like cops. There's a lot of shit cops
do?
don't care about. Like you're not endangering. But if I drift around a corner and almost hit somebody, like I'm getting pulled over for that.
If you go up to a cop and say, "Are you a cop?" Do they have to legally tell you?
I don't know. It's in that movie. It's in Land of the Lost. I don't know if that's a real fucking thing or not.
And then I also heard this. I need to get a police officer on here. I would just ask a bunch, be like, "Would you arrest me if I did this?"
I bet that state trooper would come on here.
Yeah,
I think you would. I could probably get him on here for us. Yeah.
I feel like they'd be too afraid that I would ask questions that they like gave a wrong answer to.
Yeah.
As a cop, that's a risky move.
Yeah.
To come on a podcast.
But I heard that if you went up to a police officer and said, "Hey, yesterday I just smoked crack," but like they're not seeing you do it, and you're like, "I did it in the past," you can't get in trouble.
Yeah. No.
Is that true?
Well, for some things, right? If you go up to a cop and said, "Yesterday I killed a guy and I buried his body," like you're still going down for that. I think like substance abuse and stuff, they have to see it or you have to be in possession of it. They can't. Which that may be the loophole in the video thing. That might be how people are like smoking crack on YouTube, but then they can't get prosecuted for it because I don't know what that loophole is.
How would that?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
That's when you say all things are props in this video.
That's for me. If you ever watch my car videos, when I do launch control or I video me going 180 miles an hour, I always put "film to Mexico." Like I always have that little tagline.
Really in Mexico though?
Doesn't matter. It's enough that a court, there's plausible deniability there. Like I can say, that's why they do that though. I mean,
yeah.
All right, let's all try this. Later today, we see police officers just go, "Hey, yesterday I smoked 14 cracks."
Max gets fucking arrested.
Get on the ground!
Beat your ass.
Just on there.
He's got a gun.
Hey, some other stuff I saw in the news.
He's got mace.
He's got mace. Bro, I have like 7 things of mace.
I'm sure you do.
One in my car, in my nightstand.
Are they all pink and teal?
No,
what color's your mace?
It's like a
Using
grayish
mace on another I'm just thinking someone breaks into your house and they're like standing over your bed while you're laying down and you pull out your mace to spray them.
I'm imagining the Office scene where Dwight, like you're going to spray it, it's going to get in your eyes and you're going to be like, yo, you can't see.
You know what? I bet you guys are talking shit, but I guarantee if I go, "Hey, just as an experiment, can I mace you?"
No.
Because as an experiment, can I shoot you?
No, that's different. No.
I'm still going to win.
Hey, here's something
My experiment's better.
I thought it was crazy. I said I had a thought a while ago that I said if you want to be a police officer or in the military, I think not a major artery.
Yeah.
But I think you should get shot.
What the fuck? No.
You
have to get maced. They do make you do that. And you get tased too.
And I'm sure it's terrible.
Yeah, no, you're not getting shot.
But what if you got shot to know that, like, okay, so if I do get shot, I know at least what it feels like.
I don't know if there's any area
what's
on
the
your
point of
body that
getting
like
maced?
you could not for sure die, or at least have
Meg
like
the
lasting
Stallion,
damage.
foot.
Yeah, I know, but like there's a chance they hit a nerve and like you have lasting foot. I don't think there's anywhere that I'd be like, let me shoot you. There's no chance of anything bad happening.
Like there's like shooting.
Like it could hit a
like
nerve, it could hit a tendon or something. I don't think there's anywhere.
Joe, have you ever heard of?
If you said for $1 million, let me shoot you somewhere, but I don't think I'm letting you do it.
There's
like,
only like those 3% miracles that like when you
don't think there's a
maybe like I think maybe like ass cheek.
You don't think there's a
you could shoot through the ass cheek.
You don't think
and
there's a
probably
place where you could
like
stand
on the side to where it comes out your other butt
I think that's like the only
you
place
could
I might be
stand
okay
in a
with
specific
it.
spot.
God, that would hurt.
There's
so
a
bad,
machine that has a laser, a dot, and it's like, okay, I know that this point, this bullet will be. It goes into this exact spot in your arm. We have science to do it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why do you think cops get maced?
No, I know to know what it's like.
Right, and it's probably terrible.
Well, okay, but cops don't shoot, cops use mace a lot. The cops are not supposed to use a gun unless they need to use deadly force. If a cop pulls out a gun, if a cop shoots you, they are shooting you to kill you. People ask all the time, like, that guy ran at him with a knife. They shot him 16 times. Why didn't they just shoot him in the knee? Cops don't. They only use deadly force if they have deadly force against them, and they are trained to kill. Cops are not trained to, like, shoot you in the foot and hope you stop. Like, no cop is ever shooting you with the idea that they're not going to kill you. They're shooting you to kill you.
To be honest, if someone was like, if my life was in danger and someone was coming at me, you know how someone was like, why do you have to shoot him 16 times? I think if I would just be like, unloading. I wouldn't be like,
always on the internet. It's so easy. Like, why didn't you just shoot him in the leg to stop him? Like, you're not thinking that in the moment. There's a guy running at me with a machete. I'm not shooting him in the leg and hoping it stops him.
Yeah, if you're a cop that's trying, if you're anyone that's trying to defend your life and someone's coming at you with a weapon to kill you, then you should probably like defend yourself and probably make sure that person doesn't kill you.
I know that there are bad cops. I know I can't just blanketly say they're all great people, but if I mean, the idea that like it's late at night, I pull over a car because it ran a stop sign. You have to walk up to that fucking window. You don't know if he's got a gun pointed. I mean, you know how much anxiety I would have.
So scary. Yeah.
Like you got to go knock on their window, hope they don't have a gun. Then at some point during this interaction, are they going to pull a gun out? Like you really can't see where their hands are. Like,
isn't it wild?
I would be so heightened on like anxiety and like I'm not gonna say I don't blame them, but like sometimes when cops do fucking accidentally shoot somebody that didn't have a gun, like I could see if someone reached really quickly for something, like I don't want to die. I'm not taking that fucking chance. I'm just gonna get my registration.
It's right here.
Yeah, like I'm like.
I can't justify that, but
I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying, like, I can see how, like, if I stop somebody and said, "Hey, let me see your hands," and they like reach for their glove, but maybe they're grabbing an ID, but I don't know that. I'm not going to take the chance. I don't want to die.
Yeah, I would definitely, as a cop, I would definitely be very scared, and like, you know, my anxiety would be heightened. But I think that's what separates a really good cop from
100%. I'm just saying, like,
a
you
cop
put yourself
that's
in the
able
shoes,
to
like
keep his hand on his gun, but like, you know, really watch and see what they're doing and just be quicker to the trigger if they have to. Like, I understand that.
That's a hell of a position to be in.
Being a police officer, I mean, for a long time, it's got to be I feel like there's less and less people that are desiring to do it because that now it's like, oh, if I do anything, I'm going to be scrutinized. And it's also, it's not even just if I do anything, it's who was the person that it was done unto? Was it a man, woman, white guy, black guy? Like, it's like that is going to change the dynamic of like this. Like,
well, and then you have, I mean, there's been cops. There's obviously like Chavanon stuff that fucked up, but there's also been cops that maybe did something the community didn't like, but then in court it was ruled like they did. Like maybe the guy pulled a gun, they didn't need to shoot him, so it ended up going to court and they ended up getting found. But like their lives are still fucked. Like the minute that court, even if they found innocent, like that's it. All on the internet, they're getting attacked. They can't go out with their families. They have to move. They have to go witness protection.
They have to leave.
So like as a cop, like I don't even want to take the like I respect anybody as a cop now because like you're taking a hell of a chance.
Yeah, I've you know, I have my opinions on like the bad stuff that's happening in the police, and obviously those are all unfortunate situations. But just having friends that are cops and just even explaining and talking about the traffic stop situation, like. I used to think, you know, being a traffic stop police or whatever you call it, or a traffic police was such like I wouldn't say it was a puny job. I just thought it was like not as serious as we just described it to be.
Well, I think times have gotten crazier too now. Like
then
there's shootouts all the time now. Where I feel like there weren't that many back then. Now everybody, like once a week, there's a fucking shootout with cops.
You don't know who you're pulling over. You don't know what kind of day they had. You don't know.
Or do they have 10 pounds of fentanyl in the back seat and they're going to kill you and take off?
Exactly. Like you have, as a cop, you're literally pulling over a random civilian who may not even be driving the car that's registered to them. You don't know if it's stolen. When you're walking up to that vehicle, man, like.
And then put it at night?
Bro,
like they make it dark?
That's a hard job, man. That's a hard job.
Hey,
cops are superheroes. For sure.
With you don't know who you're pulling over. What are your
there are bad cops and there's good cops.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on? Would you give? Let's say you're driving somewhere and there's, let's say, a really, I don't know, air quotes here, a normal looking person that is like, I need a ride on the side of the road. Do you have any criteria, or is it no matter what, vroom, do you stop and go, what can I help you with? I'm not gonna let you in my car, but like, can I call someone for you? Or you just, no matter what,
it could be a setup for someone around.
Could it be? Like, so if you see like a woman with like 2 babies, you go, there's probably a guy with a Uzi in the.
Could be.
No, I've actually, surprisingly enough, I have that little thing in my car where like the little battery hooked up to the thing, like the quick jump thingy. There's been like two situations in Houston where I've been at a gas station. I see somebody like trying to jump a car, can't figure it out, and I'm like, hey, I got it. And
but the whole time, are you thinking like?
I don't know. I'm definitely stereotyping a little bit. Like, I think if it is an older lady that is having trouble with like her Toyota or something, I'm probably more inclined to help than if it's like 2 20-year-old dudes with a fucking Escalade. I'm probably like, I don't know if I'm gonna help.
I just choose not to.
Like, not to get involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see,
like,
then I see stuff all the time
like,
where I'm like an old lady the other day, like this old lady, like her Buick broke down going through the intersection in Kirby, and everyone's honking and going around. And I'm like, if 2 people just got out of their cars and helped push it, we could fix the whole problem. But like, no one wants to get involved.
Well, that's
everyone's just going around.
I think you just have to really analyze the situation first, and you're taking a risk regardless.
Yeah. Or I mean, I guess the thought process too is like, someone else it's not my problem. Like, someone else will help her. Like, I'm gonna go by, someone will help her eventually. And it's like, how long she's sitting there stuck in traffic, you know?
It's funny. Crazy enough, I've had people help me. I've had random civilians pull over and help me with shit that.
But then you're like, are they going to kill me?
Bro, you're taking a risk. You take a risk every the moment you step out of your house, bro, in Houston, you take a risk.
And the whole point is just because you just think that the worst is going to happen in every situation.
Everything in life.
It's like when you walk down. I mean, I don't do this often, but like when you walk down a dark alleyway, right, and it's kind of sketchy, and there's people, and you're kind of like on edge because you're like, oh my gosh, someone come out. I feel like the better strategy would try to be like to blend in. Like, you got to wear oversized hoodie and kind of walk like, you know, kind of like you got to look like one of the sketchy people, because the sketchy people aren't worried about other sketcy people messing with them.
Life, dude. I walk Senna every night in Houston, and there's homeless people in the alleyways. Like, I just hope that one of them doesn't come at me.
Do you carry mace or a gun?
I have my pistol on me usually.
You
and
do?
Like I said, like, I'm not saying Senna's most badass dog ever, but like, most people are going to the, like, if I'm walking on the sidewalk in Houston and someone's coming towards me, they almost always go to the other side. Like, I very rarely does someone walk right next to Senna.
You need to teach Senna like a snarl command.
Oh no, she'll know. I mean, like, if I'm walking Senna and you come up on us, like, she'll growl at you 100%. She's not super friendly to strangers.
Well, listen, I know these boys are on time constraints here,
Bro.
so we got. What happened?
Apparently, like, I know this is crazy.
Breaking news. What happened, Charlie?
This is literally breaking news.
Okay, here we go.
But P. Diddy was just videotaped beating the fuck out of Cassie.
Wait, right now?
Or beating the fuck out of somebody.
Wait, did it just go live,
Yes.
or it was just filmed?
Oh my God.
Let me see.
Oh, it's a female.
But I wonder, like,
I want to.
did this just happen, or is this
might be
video
old.
leaked from an old video?
It's 2016 March.
Oof.
I'll show you the severity of this, guys. All right, so he's running down the hallway in a towel.
He pulls her by the hair, dude.
He's done.
You can't pull a girl by the hair.
He's done.
Oh,
Yeah,
He's
he
done.
pulls her into the room.
He's
with
done.
her hair.
He's done.
are you sure that's him?
That's him. He's done. He's done.
I mean, obviously, like,
he's
why
already
would
been
you
done,
do
but-
this? But also, like, you
Bro,
don't
he's
think there's-
dragging her.
By the hair.
Damn.
Well,
I mean, people.
I think he was kind of already done, right? Like,
People
Yeah, but everyone was kind of saying, oh, it can't be true.
I don't want to sound like I'm like not cultured at all, but like, I don't even know what. Like, I just heard like he maybe had sex with Meek Mill or something. I don't even know what happened. I genuinely just know that everyone's talking shit about a rapper because potentially P. Diddy did some gay stuff with him.
Yeah.
And then he fled the country, but he didn't. I don't know what P. Diddy did.
No,
I actually don't know what the.
So the timeline for me, to what I understand, Cassie came out like maybe last year or 2 years ago and was like, she pretty much was like, I think she was trying to take him to court for like
It's like stuff that happened a while ago.
the stuff that happened a while ago, and he was like, you know what, shut up, let me pay you $30 million.
30 million?
paid her
I would shut up for
$30
$30 million. All right.
She took it? Well, shouldn't that like...
And he's still getting.
This video was probably, that's what I feel
Okay,
like.
but what happened with the other rappers and shit? Why was he fleeing the country? Like, what did that come
So
from?
paid her $30 million.
Yeah.
She shut up. I guess he thought that none of the other shit that he did would come alive.
If you take the money and then still go through with the
Well,
thing,
that's the thing. There's a long list of like girls, underage people,
Yeah, okay.
males like that are now starting to come out and say that he like sexually abused them.
Yeah.
And like I think he's been paying people to like keep quiet. But I mean, bro, when you're whatever is done in the dark eventually comes to light. This is 2016.
Is he like a rapper, Jeffrey Epstein? Is that the allegation?
I think we're
it's-
about to start seeing that.
Okay, all right.
I think a lot of times like it just goes to show like big influential people with a lot of money kind of like celebrities already are kind of in their own world of like they're like us but cooler, right? Like they're like this other group of individuals that we put on this like pedestal of like importance. But I feel like sometimes they let that get to their head and then they really do think that they're like untouchable. Yeah, or like, oh, I can just pay people off or I can do whatever because I control so many strings in this industry that, you want to get into music? Oh, well, you better do this because this is just how it is. But I think bad things happen to bad people, man, and hopefully good things happen to good people.
Yeah, he's fucking done, bro.
I wonder, it's also...
Was there like underage shit too?
I think there's just a lot of stuff.
Confirmed or like
there's a mixture of underage, sexual abuse, domestic violence, having sex with... I mean, not that having sex with males is a bad thing, but...
in the rap game it might be.
Yeah,
I don't think that's
there's a lot of
street
shit.
cred though. I don't think who's the guy that sings the fucking horse song?
Lil Nas X?
Yeah, I don't think Lil Nas has a lot of street cred. I don't think Jay-Z's invited Lil Nas to his parties.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no comment.
I was gonna say something way crazier than that, but I'm just gonna shut up now because I was gonna go.
That's
somewhere else
Joe.
with that.
Joe
Yeah.
is that's why
I think
love,
I'm right 100%.
Hey,
no one's like, oh, he's wrong.
That's why y'all love Joe.
That's why we brought him back, but we are going to wrap it up here.
That's where we end it.
They got some. I mean, y'all got some stuff you got to get to. What
time is it?
And we always 1:30, and we always got to have people wanting more.
All right.
So leave some comments down below. Keep the engagement up. Did you like this episode? Charlie and Christian.
Whoa.
I mean, I'm cool with it. If you're gonna sing me something, at least it was
You
Christian.
missed saying that, huh?
Yeah.
I got a tear, bro. Charlie and what was your name again? Joe.
There we go.
Russell.
They're the taller
White
Russell.
Yeah.
With way less muscle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you imagine what if Russell?
We probably weigh about the same.
Yeah,
How much do you
does
think Russell?
weigh?
I'm like 220. I bet Russell's like two.
Nah, Russell's
no?
like 190.
Bro, does
mean,
Russell
still,
need
for
to
the
put
height difference?
Vaseline between his thighs because,
They
like,
rub a lot.
bro, when he just his thighs are 34 inches
Bro,
wide.
I was watching the video he posted yesterday. Like, bro, you have too much muscle.
Too much goddamn muscle.
I haven't
yeah.
seen Russell since the old Alphalete gym. Like I haven't seen him since.
It looks phenomenal.
Whoa. Pause.
It just looked great.
Okay. Yeah, last time I saw him was at like the old gym.
He has more muscle since you've seen him,
Yeah.
and he's hit 70 PRs since last time you've seen him.
Get any taller?
He did not get any taller.
All right. Can't win
But
them all.
that will wrap up
Gotta get
this
on Twitter.
episode of Don't Be Sour. New episodes every Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Unless you don't get one, we'll see who we're gonna have back next week. Who's the I'm really enjoying these three ways we're having.
I got my dad really wants to come on an episode. It's not going to get good views, and I think I can get that state. I'll ask. I can probably get a state trooper on here.
But I would just ask the dumbest
yeah,
law
but
question.
that's what
dad
people
would be
want to
cool.
fucking watch.
He would just be like, I fucking hate everything.
Steve,
These
yeah.
influencers are stupid.
Fuck
guys.
What
older
is
me.
this shit? Fuck this podcast.
Joe's so afraid because he thinks that his dad will just make fun of him
He
the
will.
entire time.
He makes fun of me all the time. He's going to make fun of
Oh,
me.
he'll
in
like
front
bring
of
up
everyone.
embarrassing stories.
Yeah,
I can
100%.
see that for sure.
Yeah.
Steve was cool though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll see if I can get the state trooper to be a good
Oh,
one.
maybe he'll tell that story that he was like, yeah, Joe came up to me. He's like, Dad, why is my wiener so small?
I remember when he told us that.
If you're
Why
on
does-
you-
Never mind. That was gonna
What?
say
What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
What were you
This
gonna say?
ended, man.
All
This
right.
is crazy.
Make sure you leave a comment, like, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Give us a 5-star review if you're on any sort of podcast streaming service. Don't know what it does, but I think it helps. We'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in. Eat more sour strips and ever forward. Woof! Hey, dude. Hey, man.